Welcome back, Canadian Context number 2. Today I'm joined once again by Abby
Hello.
and and myself, Dylan.
All right. In this episode, we wanted to go through the official rankings of the Canadian Prime Ministers, and we will probably have our own comments to make on that. I doubt we will agree 100%, but we'll see. I am going to share my screen so you guys can see the rankings.
Yeah, I
Okay.
probably don't know a lot.
No, that's okay. I don't know
Especially
every single
'cause-
one.
Especially because I'm assuming, looking at the photo, this is an older Prime Minister, so.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so on this Wikipedia, they rank them based on 3 different surveys. The first one in 1997, one in 2011, and one in 2016. So keep in mind, 2016 is the most recent survey that we've had. But also, we've had the same prime minister since then, so.
Right, okay.
Okay, so it shows the top 9. Oh, wait, it says there's 23. The top 23. So, I don't know all of these. There's at 23, Kim Campbell. Do you know her?
Nope.
No.
You gotta remember, I only remember anything past, Stephen Harper. That's as far as I
Really?
remember.
There's only been 2. Stephen Harper and Justin Trudeau.
Yeah.
No,
I was a child.
others.
I did not care about politics when I was 4 years old. So.
Okay. Well, I know Kim Campbell is the only female prime minister we've ever had. But she only was prime minister for a few months because she was the deputy prime minister and the one who was in office died. So then she took over for a few months. That was it. And she got number 23, so not bad for only being in office a few months.
But I have to ask, is she on the list because she's a girl, or is she on the list because she was actually amazing for those few months?
Well, I'm reading this small little blurb they have about her. She served as the 19th Prime Minister of Canada from June to November 1993. Yeah, that's all it really says about her. I'm not going to read the whole article. I don't know. Maybe we can look into what she actually did, but moving on to the list. Do you know Sir Mackenzie Bowell?
Sounds familiar.
Really? I actually don't know who this is.
Sounds familiar.
He is number 22. He was prime minister from 1894 to 1896.
Okay.
Very long time ago. Yeah, don't know him.
Also, wait, is this ranking from worst to best?
Worst to best,
we're doing it?
but it's only the top 23. So Kim Campbell is 23, Mackenzie Bowell is 22. Okay? 21, John Turner. He's a bit more recent, 1984 to 1990.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't...
Yeah, I know nothing about
I don't...
these guys.
No.
I know. I can see a few names up ahead. Diefenbaker, I know that guy.
Okay.
I do know that guy.
Okay, you don't know any of the ones in between?
Nope.
Okay, well, I'll read through them for those who can't see the list. I suggested John Turner, number 21. Sir John Abbott, number 20. Don't know who that is either. We need to educate ourselves. What?
A lot of these prime ministers are former lawyers.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how you get into politics.
Yeah, I guess so.
You have to understand the law. All right. Sir Charles Tupper is number 19, and he was a baron. So
he
that's
got some
cool.
nice mutton chops.
Mug shots? Yeah, honestly.
Those nice mutton chops.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, yeah. Number 18, Joe Clark, 1979 to 1980. Oh, gosh, I need to educate myself. I don't know any of these guys. Okay. Arthur...
Well, clearly they weren't that memorable.
I guess not. Yeah, you're right. I know
seeing
a
as they're
few.
so low.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I know a few, but yeah, I guess only the ones who really made a statement. Um, so where am I? Arthur Meehan? I think that's what
Yeah,
it
I'm
is.
assuming that's me again. Yeah.
1920 to 1921, in June to September 1996. He was barely prime minister, just a few odd months, and he's number 17. Good for him.
Yeah.
Paul Martin. 2003 to
So he was before.
2006.
Okay, so he was before.
Oh.
He was before Stephen Harper, right?
Yeah, so he was prime minister when we were born.
Right.
I never even heard of him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
I'd have to
should.
ask my parents how he was.
Yeah, I should know who that is. He's number 16. Oh yeah, we've entered like the yellow section now, so they're like, getting up there, getting pretty good. Sir John Thompson, number 15. He was he was Premier of Nova Scotia, and then he was Prime Minister of Canada in 1892 until he died. So I don't know how long that was, but that's cool. Do you know him?
Nope.
No, didn't think so. R.B. Bennett sounds familiar.
I've
Number
heard
14. Richard Bedford Bennett, 1st Viscount. Interesting. 1930 to 1935. See, he must have been more memorable because I recognize the name.
I'm assuming he was. What was it called? In the 30s when stock market crashed. Was he the prime minister, or was that not till late 30s?
Yeah, he would have been. But the stock market crash, it didn't affect us that much. Like, that was mostly a states thing. We didn't really have much of a Great Depression. Like, you're the history nerd, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Not of politics, I'll say that.
Yeah.
And to be fair, you know what? Full side note, like, Canadian history, what they teach in our school system, like, back when I was in high school, I'm sorry, guys, but our history is so boring. We don't have an interesting story whatsoever.
Yeah. Like, most of the history I remember learning in school was the residential schools.
Mm-hmm.
And I know in high school we talked about World War One. I don't really remember talking about World War Two though.
The thing is, it's like, when you're a student, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate, it's like, finally, we're talking about World War One, something I can kind of relate to, and then you have to deal with the 20s and 30s, and everyone's like, my God, this is boring.
Yeah, it's true.
And then World War Two comes, and it's like, oh, guys, it's getting exciting again.
Yeah, it's true. Nothing ever happens here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true, and we're also a fairly new country. We don't have much history. But if you look at European countries, they've been around for like 1,000 years or more. So they have a pretty rich history.
They automatically get the cool factor because they had knights. That's coolish.
Yeah.
Coolish. Yes.
Yes. We had nothing. All right, Alexander Mackenzie, another name that sounds familiar. He was the second Prime Minister of Canada.
Oh, okay.
1873 to 1878. He looks a bit funny. Can you see his picture?
It was weird. His face looks like a mix of young and old, but his beard is so
he kind of looks like, it kind of looks like he's had like a facelift.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, it's Abraham Lincoln with a facelift.
Actually, kind of does look like.
Yeah. All right, so he's number 13. Now we're entering the green section, which is like the
first off, I can already
good.
see a name. I'm sure you see him too. Yes. How the hell is he in the green section?
John George Diefenbaker. You're gonna have to tell me about him.
Diefenbaker. I remember learning about him in school. He was, I think, let's see, so from 57 to 63, so he was the conservative leader during kind of like the midst of the Cold War.
Mm-hmm.
and I believe it was him that like authorized NATO and the states to like store missiles and like have underground bunkers in Canada, like that. There's that whole NORAD thing.
Yeah.
I think it was him. Yeah, I could be wrong, but I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it was him.
Well, that's not a bad thing, is it?
No, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Okay, because you're acting like he shouldn't be there.
No. I'm talking about the two names up.
Oh,
Is who I'm talking about. How the hell is he in
the
my
last
brain?
survey was in 2016. Okay, but next above John George Diefenbaker is Stephen Harper, and he was good. He was there from 2004. Oh wait, he was prime minister from 2006 to 2015. Yeah, he was the prime minister. Right? What?
Yeah, 3 runs, 3 whole.
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah. Okay. So he's number 11. He was the prime minister for the majority of my childhood. He's who I remember.
Same here.
Yeah. So good
now,
for him.
I've been told he was amazing, but then as it got towards 2014, 2015, it went to shit.
Yeah, I don't really know much. Like, I was just a kid when he was prime minister. Like, I was 11 in 2015, and I remember watching the election, and Stephen Harper was the only prime minister I knew, so I was rooting for him. He was all I knew, so I'm like, I want Stephen Harper. But that's when Justin Trudeau got in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's still prime minister today. Like, in my entire lifetime, I've seen 3 prime ministers, one who I don't even remember. Not a lot.
Yeah.
But it's because here, you can be prime minister for as long as you're voted in, whereas in the States, for example, you're only allowed 2 terms. So you go through them a lot faster. There's a cat meowing. Okay, so just above Stephen Harper.
Yeah.
Justin Trudeau. This was
where we'll spend most of our time.
So he's number 10 in the best ever prime ministers list.
When was this made?
2016.
2016.
2016. He was fresh. And you know what? I understand that. Like, at the beginning, he made lots of promises. He was young. He had a lot of good ideas. Like, I understand him being 10th based on a 2016 survey. But, you know, it went to shit just recently. But it was COVID. I blame COVID for a lot of it. And it screwed up the entire world. Yeah, like, you can't blame him 100%. And also, he's not the only person making decisions. The entire cabinet votes on these things. So
I think it's just how he handled it, I would say. He didn't handle it well. Like, he was very, like, don't get me wrong, he was there during COVID, but, like, he didn't keep Canadians together, if you get what I mean. Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
something like that.
It's hard to do when everyone's in lockdown. But he did do a good job showing everyone that he is human too. And, like, every time he'd do an interview in front of his house, because he wasn't leaving his house, like, his hair was long, his beard was getting all messy, like, he was showing, like, he can't go to the barber shop, you know?
I still love the clip of him trying to explain that he's switching to, what is it, like, or recyclable thing or whatever, the water
bottle things.
That clip will go down as a legendary clip.
Yeah, like, come on, we know he's bullshitting. Like, he's all about the environment, though.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, it's pretty much his only
It seems
thing.
like he's just dealing with a mishandled, like, mess of everything. And he's just like, well, I don't even know what to do.
Yeah, he's just got his priorities wrong. Because he's focusing on the environment, even though Canada is responsible for less than 1% of the world's pollution. Like, don't worry about that right now. We just want to be able to survive.
He literally is the Bronny James of, like, comparing him to his dad, like LeBron James. Bronny James will not be anywhere as good as LeBron.
Yeah.
But you can see up a few names, you can see his dad, Pereira, and from what I've been told by the bunch of boomers is that say he was the most amazing freaking prime minister.
Hmm. Yeah, Justin Trudeau had big shoes to fill, but I don't know. Like he started out good. I had no problem with him when he first started out. But yeah, but he's been in office too long. Honestly, even if he was still doing okay, it's time for a change, don't you think?
100% agree.
Yeah. Brian Mulroney.
Majority of Canada wants him out anyway.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, luckily he did just resign, so he won't be running again. But Brian Mulroney sounds familiar. 1984 to 1993. He's ranked number 9. Have you heard of him?
Nope.
Yeah, he sounds familiar. I feel like probably my parents have talked about him. Not sure. And Sir Robert Borden also sounds a bit familiar. He was there 1911 to 1920, so he was there during World War I. That's what ranked him so high. Yeah. Hey, we did well in the war, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We won.
Yeah, there you go. That's probably why he's ranked number 8.
Yeah, most likely. I can already see the number 1 pick is Jim, and,
yeah.
you know, he's of course. Or no, he's not.
No,
never mind.
Jean Chrétien, number 7. I have heard of him too. 1993 to 2003. Do you know anything about him?
No, I know nothing. I'm assuming he's French, judging by his last name.
Yeah, well, you see a lot of French names here. Yeah, well, I know him, but I just don't really know what he did. I was hoping you'd know a bit more because you're the history buff.
I'm sorry, I don't know much about politics. Like I said, I don't really care for like older Canadian politics. It's just it's a drag to sit through for me.
Yeah, that's true. Especially when most of the time nothing is happening in the country.
Exactly.
Yeah. Louis Saint Laurent. He also sounds familiar. 1948 to 1957. He's ranked number 6, and we're in the blue section, the top 6 prime ministers. You don't know him?
Nope. I do wish these little excerpts gave us just a tad bit more. Like,
yeah, it just says when they were prime minister. Yeah, I want to know why. Yeah. Lester B. Pearson. Our airport is named after him.
Yes.
Pearson Airport. So, hey, he must have been good. He's number 5. Do you know anything about him? This is diplomat.
I remember learning about him in history during the Cold War section when we were talking about all that stuff. He was also like in the NORAD and NATO, all that stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I see why he's high up. And hey, he has Pearson Airport named after him. Pretty good. Okay, Pierre Trudeau. Oh, that's what he looks like? Oh, gosh.
That's not a good photo. There's no way. That's a rough photo.
Yeah. He has a long name. Oh, my gosh. Joseph Philippe Pierre-Yves Elliott Trudeau. Yeah, he was a lawyer and politician, 1968 to 1979. And from 1980 to 1984, he had a little bit of a gap there. But he's number 4. Yeah, you know what? I see a little bit of Justin Trudeau in that face.
Yep.
Yeah, but he looks a little bit like a clown there.
That's not a good photo.
Bit scary. Okay. Sir John A. Macdonald. Here we go. Number 3, he was the first Prime Minister of Canada. He's on our... is he on our $10 bill? Yeah, he still is. Not anymore. He's on our older $10 bills. Yes. So, yeah, I just know him as being the first Prime Minister of Canada. He did have slaves. Everyone hates him for that, and they destroyed his statue in Ottawa because of it.
Kind of the way the world was back then.
Yeah, like, honestly, it's just everyone had slaves. Like, and he is still the first Prime Minister of Canada. Like, that's how we remember him. We don't remember him as a slave owner. Like, just defacing his statue in Ottawa, it's a bit cruel. But, that was in the peak of woke culture.
Yeah. yes.
Yeah. Like, I get it's upsetting to know, our country was represented by a slave owner, but literally no one thought anything of it back then.
Oh yeah. This next name, I recognize
Oh,
that last name, Laurier.
yes, there is a university named after him. Well, for
That's
Laurier
probably why.
University, yes. It's in Waterloo, Kitchener-Waterloo area. Um, yeah, number 2. Wait, there's no picture coming up. Oh, there he is. Oh, yeah, that's him. He is on our $50 bill, I think.
I
Maybe.
couldn't tell you,
I think
honestly.
he's on something, or at least he used to be. He was prime minister from 1896 to 1911. He was the first French Canadian prime minister. Wow.
Oh, okay.
And he has been in office the longest. 15 years straight being prime minister, uninterrupted. Good for him. He must have been good. His full name, Sir Henry Charles Wilfrid Laurier. Yeah, I know
Okay, so
him.
the guy on the 50 bill is not
Oh,
Laurier. It's Mackenzie King.
Oh, wait, isn't he on something though? I remember seeing Wilfrid Laurier on something.
Oh wait, hold
Oh,
on.
was it the
So
5?
that's the image of the. Oh, so for the next, so on December 26th or December 16th of 2024, they have decided that the next $50 banknote will have Laurier on it.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
And Terry Fox is going to the $5
Yes, I am very happy about that one.
Yes.
This is long overdue. For those of
Honestly, just rehash all the banknotes, make them look nice and clean like that 10.
We already got Viola Desmond on the $10 bill, but I think they changed that again to a whole bunch of people, didn't they?
They changed it again?
I think so. It was only Viola Desmond for a little bit. Viola Desmond is a black activist, and she lived in Nova Scotia, and she sat in the white section of a movie theater, and she had to get dragged out, and that was the beginning of a movement.
You cut out there. She sat in what?
Okay, I will repeat myself. She sat in the white section of a movie theater in Nova Scotia, and she had to get dragged out. So that was the start of a black activism movement.
All those ads. Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, so she was on the $10 bill, but I think they changed it again.
From what I see, it's still her.
Oh, okay. And it's our first vertical $10 bill. It's not solid.
Yes, and you know what? I kind of like the vertical bills.
It makes sense because when it's sitting in a register, it's vertical, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a clean looking bill. I can't lie.
Yeah, I like it.
It looks nice.
The 10 is, and it's purple. Beautiful.
Yes, I love our colored money.
Yeah, and I was gonna talk about Terry Fox, who's gonna be on the $5 bill. This is long overdue. He was going to run all across Canada raising money for cancer after losing his leg to cancer, but he only made it to Thunder Bay when he started from, was it Halifax? And he made it to Thunder Bay, Ontario, which is far. It took us, when we drove it, it's like a 4-day drive with breaks.
Holy.
Yeah, and he ran the whole thing. But then his cancer came back in Thunder Bay. It came to his lungs, and he passed there. But there is a little monument for him there to the point where he made it. So good for him. Honestly, real Canadian hero right there.
Canadian legend.
Yes.
Man, he deserved that spot on the 5 forever.
I know. People have been begging for it for years. Literally since I was a kid, I remember people saying, Terry Fox needs to be on the 5. And they're finally listening. All right. Number 1 spot, William Lyon Mackenzie King. He has 3 non-consecutive terms. He was Prime Minister 1921 to 1926, 1926 to 1930, and 1935 to 1948. So he was Prime Minister for a long time, over the course of about 25 years. So, I don't know. Oh, wait, I pulled up a separate Wikipedia page on him so we could see what he actually did. Because I was curious, why did he earn the number one spot? So he was prime minister during World War II. So that is probably a big thing there.
Automatically, yeah, he's already like, all right, so may as well just put him up high because he's gone through World War II.
Yeah. So he was the 10th Prime Minister of Canada. He established a post-war agenda that lowered wartime taxes and tariffs, strengthened Canadian autonomy by refusing to support Britain in the Shannak crisis. Do you know what that is?
Nope.
Okay, I'm not going to read all about that. Oh, wait, there's a little blurb. The Shannak crisis was a war scare in 1922 between the United Kingdom and the government of the Grand National Assembly in Turkey. Okay.
See, this is the stuff they don't teach you. It's
no. Why am I learning about this on Wikipedia? What is this? Oh, in the 1925 election, the Conservatives won a plurality of seats. But this is just saying how he won. Okay, we don't need to know that. Also a little bit during the Great Depression.
I can already see, like, looking at all the highlighted stuff, like, he did a lot.
But he was, he was party leader for 29 years, so yeah. And he was prime minister for 21 and a half years, so naturally he did a lot. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he would have worked with Roosevelt, Winston Churchill. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow, wait, and I'm just scanning through here. Yeah, so he did a lot, like, for the Great Depression and World War II, and he was prime minister for a long, long time. So
and for a number one ranking, it makes sense. Like,
yeah.
You kind of have to put him there because he's done so much.
It's true. But that's not really a fair comparison to the other ones.
No, it's not.
Because I'm sure other prime ministers could have done that much if they were still in office. So what do you think
of the ranking? That's true. He had it for the majority of the time.
Yeah. So, like, do you think that was a fair ranking in general of the prime ministers?
I think it's a fair ranking, but I feel like we need a new ranking.
Yeah.
Not from 2016.
I think we're due for another survey. Like 2016, 100%. That was 9 years ago now. Yeah. Things have changed. Well, the thing is, though, we still have the same prime minister as we did 9 years ago, so not much would change in the ranking.
Although you do compare having Trudeau for 9 years, comparing that to our number one spot, you think he would have been like an amazing prime minister.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay. So thank you for joining us again. It was a fun little talk, even though we don't know much.
It was fun to learn.
It was fun, honestly.
All right.
And, love to talk smack about Trudeau all the time.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes. Thanks for tuning in. Take it easy to all of you, and good night.